Stay with AI, because that rapid adoption of the technology has sparked a lot of fears, hasn't it, over job losses, threats to privacy and its potential for misuse. Well, last week the veteran AI developer Geoffrey Hinton announced that he'd resigned from Google, saying he regretted his work. Well, later today, committees of the European Parliament will vote on the EU's AI Act, potentially the strictest and most wide-ranging laws on AI in the world. So let's get the thoughts of Desi Savova, who is head of Continental Europe Tech Group at Clifford Chance. Desi, thank you for being with us. And look, these proposals, we've talked a lot about the role that AI is playing in changing the way we do things. These proposals could be pretty strict.
These proposals, if they go through, and actually we are pretty sure they will go through, will be a game changer, actually, because the European Commission and the European institutions are going towards a real first in its kind landmark regulation of AI, which will apply globally. For sure, if the plenary vote goes through next month, the plenary vote of the European Parliament will mark the mandate and the beginning of the negotiations between the Parliament, the European Commission and the European Council, which is just the final step before adoption of the EU AI Act.
And Desi, explain to us why this regulation might be needed, because a lot of critics will say, actually, if you start regulating too tightly, it stifles competition, it stifles innovation, and we don't embrace the good things that AI could deliver.
Yeah, that's a very good question. And actually, it is all about striking the right balance between not hindering innovation, of course, one cannot actually, and then still ensuring that some of the fundamental rights and some fundamental values of the European society and of the society globally are protected. It is all about ensuring that the AI that is being developed and used, and the example you were giving about ChatGPT is a very good one, but it is all about ensuring that the AI remains human-centric, ethical, trustworthy, explainable, and actually ethical. Whether this balance is easy to strike is actually a different topic. And
yes.
The debate around the AI Act is a clear example of the difficulty to do so.
Yes, and so far-reaching, isn't it? Perhaps rightly, a lot of focus lately has been on things like ChatGPT. That's how consumers have got to know the role of AI. But it is prevalent in so many different walks of life, and there's perhaps a danger that we take our eye off the most concerning things whilst focusing on the likes of ChatGPT.
You're right. And actually, the EU regulation goes for a very, very wide definition of AI. So what AI is almost everything around us. It's not just ChatGPT, it's everything we are dealing with, algorithms, recommendation systems, even an Excel sheet can in some cases become an AI. So how important it is to ensure that our life, whilst we are changing it, is actually done in a kind of secured and protected way from a legal point of view.
And if this legislation does get pushed through, that, of course, would relate to the EU. Are we expecting that there would be similar moves in the US and elsewhere?
You know, in a way similar to what happened with GDPR a few years ago, no doubt this act will have a global impact for two reasons. One, the regulators around the world will need to have their own answer by regulating the topic, maybe in a different way, but still regulating it. And two, businesses, the global businesses around the world will be impacted because obviously Europe is part of the global strategy.
Okay, really good to talk to you, Desi. Thank you. Really interesting thoughts there. Desi Savova, who's head of Continental Europe Tech Group at Clifford Chance. Thank you.
Thank you.